Hey, what's shaking bacon? So today I'm just gonna show you some of my thought process of when I decide to do color schemes and what I do and what I think about. So I hope the video helps you guys out, and if you have any tips or tricks on how you personally choose color schemes, I'd love to hear it. So I hope you guys like the video. Before even getting into thinking about color schemes, I suggest that you understand the basics of color theory, complementary colors, the color wheel, all that good jazz. There's plenty of resources you could take online to understand that. I know just if you Google color theory, color wheel, you could just research and read up on that. I feel like it's a good way to understand colors and the whole concept of their own. Once you feel like you have a good understanding about color theory, then I suggest you try to think of what mood that you want to set with your piece or painting, because every color has a mood and every color evokes a sort of feeling from you. For example, this piece, I wanted it to be quote unquote green with envy. That's what I titled it. So I was like, okay, I want green colors. And once I decided the mood I wanted to set, I decided to research and think of other paintings and pieces that sort of evoke this feeling. And a good thing to do is look at other artworks that use the color scheme you're thinking of or have the sort of mood that you're thinking of. If you look at, say, Disney villains, they use a lot of green. So I felt that it was a good place to start to sort of evoke this unsettling, no, not unsettling, but uncomfortable feeling that people sort of get. And you don't even have to necessarily look at other artwork. You could look at, say, stuff you see online. Like, if you ever seen a blueberry, what does a blueberry consist of? It's blue on the outside. So sometimes it could have, like, be purple. It's kind of green inside. You see that these colors together are harmonious and that they look nice together. Even company logos, say you see McDonald's, it's red and yellow. Red and yellow are colors that make you hungry. It's like scientifically proven if you like research color moods and stuff, that red and yellow make you think of food and make you think of hunger. That's why you see a lot of red in kitchens. So if you wanted to make someone, say, look appetizing, you would put them in red. And once you think of like the concept, the mood, what you want to portray, don't forget to swatch these colors out, because it might look good in your head, but to transfer all your ideas and your thought process onto a canvas can be very difficult. So if you were to swatch it out, it would help you see how it will actually look. And if you were to, say, like blend them together and just like doodle in a sketchbook or somewhere to see how it's going to look like, to help visualize what you're trying to convey, it helps out a lot. Because I thought having a brown and green color palette would look really nice, so I did it, but I forgot to swatch out the certain browns and greens that I was doing, and it turned out to be this muddy, yucky, caca looking color palette, and I was really upset. And that's because I just went for it. Yeah, it's fun to do not dangerous, but sort of out there color palette, something exciting, something different. But if you don't think about it and if you just go for the gusto, you might not like the results you get. Always remember your intent, your mood, your feeling for the piece, because every feeling has a intent and a mood, a feeling. Say you want to make a piece that's sad and dreary, you wouldn't want to choose pinks and other warm colors. It send a very confusing message towards them. Pink's really bright and warm, and you think of pink, I think of like blush, babies, something soft. If I wanted to make something sad, you would choose blues. Even if you wanted it to be sort of pastel and soft, you could always use sort of like a powder blue or a maybe even some purples, but you wouldn't necessarily choose colors that are very warm. Even though you're gonna want your colors to be harmonious and to work well with each other, don't forget to contrast them. So you see how I made the darker shade, the blue a darker shade and the green is sort of lighter. Yeah, they work well together, but you could see that if I were to say turn it black and white, the colors would not like mix together. It's not all just like one tone. They're different shades and values, which is why I say when you're thinking of color schemes, make sure you know about your color theory, about your color wheel, so that way you understand how to make colors lighter. You see how the green I used for the hair is basically the same color of the areola, but I just mixed in some like white in there to create a different tint, so that way they contrast well together and they don't look like the same thing. So don't forget about your contrast. Even though you color schemes, you are thinking about colors, you should be thinking about the shades and the values, the lights and the darks. That's not all there is to colors, is say like warms and cool colors. There's a lot that goes into it, and that's why it can be sort of difficult to grasp the concept of colors. I know they were talking about colors, what are we in like kindergarten, but for art and painting, it's something you should think critically about and not just at face value like, well, I want these to be pretty. You should think about what makes them work. And by that, I mean what makes it into a painting. Because you could just do a bunch of pretty color swatches and that look pretty, but how is that going to translate well into your painting? So those are just my little tips and tricks about how I choose color schemes, what I think about when I'm thinking of color schemes. So I hope this helps you guys out a lot. I'm trying to do more like topical videos with my art, because when I started this channel I wanted it to be sort of like an art help and stuff you could discuss about art topics, and I kind of strayed away from that. So hopefully this video helps you guys out. If it did, comment like a little paintbrush emoji. I so appreciate you guys sticking around and watching this video for so long. I hope it helped you guys out. You could follow me elsewhere at the webs at Cassie Frass Art on Facebook, Cassie Frassies at Twitter, and Cassie.Frass on Instagram. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later, gators.